Yes, hello, welcome to this broadcast. Yeah, this is the ICC Open and we're going to dive right in there. Where is it? Here. We're going to start with this game. Yeah, I'm a bit late, just about a minute late. And we're starting with this match here. We have with black here Depresniak playing. This is Grandmaster Alexander Grischuk. And who's the white player? I don't have it. Yeah, Alexander Moscalenko, that's an IM. And we see what's going on here. This is an English opening. It, yep. We have an English opening here, where Grischuk as black is going for a kingside attack here with h5. And we got queen straight. This is certainly good news for white, so he's not going to get checkmated on the kingside. Let's see. Yeah, this is a KO tournament. Yeah, so it's about getting through these mini matches, and yeah, it's quite funny. Nakamura tried to qualify, but he didn't manage. So it's a very strong event. Yeah, some other strong GMs have qualified, and one of them here is Grischuk is black. Yeah, I think that this position is probably a little bit more comfortable for black. He's got some easy ideas on the F file, but white's position is very solid. So it's not that he's quickly breaking down. Yeah, black's advancing. Yeah, G4 is helpful to gain more space on the king side. By the way, I cannot draw arrows in the live broadcast here, so it's as long as the game is live, I cannot easily paint on the board. Yeah, I'm a bit late, but I still have a coffee. I guess I need it. Okay, let's see what happens here. Yeah, white is going f3, trying to grab a little bit of space here on the king side, trying to make sure that he's not getting steamrolled there. And this is 3-0, yeah, that's very important. 3 minute 0 increment, so we have a very quick time control, and no increments means that well, all kinds of flagging business might happen. So yeah, that looks active, yeah, but how does black actually make progress? I'm very interested in seeing that. How is black going to make headway in this position? With h3, white is attacking g4. If black now takes on g3, white might even he might even take on g4 then, right? It is very solid for white. Currently, I don't really see what black is able to accomplish. Yeah, now probably maybe he can even take with a king, but knight takes looks more normal. Oh, knight takes rook g7. Huh? He's on g3. It's a question about the weather in Germany. The weather is very bad, at least here. It's been raining all day, quite depressing. Yeah, but that's not why Grischuk is called Depresniak. So let's see. Yeah, knight to g6. That's interesting. Black might try to get something to f4. Yeah, something to f4 would be nice. Yeah, he's trying to trade off the knight on e2 if possible. White is keeping that. No, black has some pressure, but can he win? And it's a matter of seconds. That's a nice move, pushing the rook back to f1. Or white can take with the knight on d5, but that's not really what you want. And here black might make some progress. Rook g7 coming, rook g8 coming, attacking on the g file. Yeah, black is getting somewhere. This is uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable to play. Oh, he's drawing. Bishop h4. That's nice. Okay, and white is falling apart. So Grischuk is going to take the lead in this match. Very likely, at least. He's a couple of seconds ahead on the clock, and he's got a winning position. Now he's checkmating. That's cool. Yeah, so he played a nice game there. White was really falling apart. I'm not sure how it is here. Yeah, we definitely get the rematch immediately, so I'm going to go with that. And I'm also going to switch to other matches, but I think it makes sense to watch one match here in particular and do it, yeah, watch it completely. So what is a white player doing here? Moscalenko, he's taking some time here. 1b3. Yes, I'm going to watch Andrein as well, but we're going to complete this here. Yeah, Grischuk is black again. That's kind of weird and probably just wrong. Yeah, this is a friendly game probably. This is not really happening in terms of... Yeah, that's a bit strange. But it's the only game... Probably they terminated, yeah. They should terminate this game, actually. But they don't. This is not right, I guess. They should have switched colors, but it didn't. It didn't happen. Okay, so what other games have? Let's have a look. What else we have? We have this matchup: Zip Elephant versus Fireland. Fireland is Nihat Abbasov from Azerbaijan. Zip Elephant. I keep confusing those guys. That's Artem Miev. That's one of the best junior players in the world. He's how old is he? I think 17, and he's a 2.670 guy or something. Very, very strong player. And we have here Vladimirovic with white. This is Dmitry Andrein playing Isodung. Isodung, who is that? David Larino Nto. Yeah, we can have a look here at this game. Let's. I want to check briefly what happened in the first game. Let's check that briefly. Yeah, so the Spanish player won. So here Andrein is in a must-win situation. He has to win this game. Let's see what happens. He has to come back here with white. He played the London system to do that. That's fun. But I think he has a decent position here with the bishop pair. And knight comes to e5 or g5. I think white is quite comfortable here. Yeah, h3, g4 might be on. Okay, he covers h4. Yeah, there's a question. Was Nakamura eliminated? Yes, that's true. There were 4 qualifying tournaments, and Nakamura tried to qualify in 2 of them, but didn't manage. He lost I think there was one tournament where he lost the final round game. He lost the final round game against Fedoseev, I think, if I'm not wrong. So it is very, very tough. Yeah? It was an 11-round Swiss event where you have to basically win almost all of the games, and one loss can kill you. Yeah, what about this? Andrein is a little bit better here, but is it much? If black is going... Oh, he's not going queen g6. That is what I expected. This now looks dangerous. Knight f7 is a huge threat. Rook f6, for example, can be very annoying. White has some strong attack going here. Yeah, oh, I guessed one right. I guessed one right. There's a question, why didn't I participate? Well, I simply had no time. I was teaching, recording videos, whatever. I didn't have time to play. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, the black queen is a bit exposed there on h5, but it's not apparent how white is going to make use of it. You cannot attack it in the first place, and yeah, this is maybe interesting, threatening the knight check on f7, but black is defending very nicely here. Yeah, c4, good defense. Where's the bishop going? I think the black player here is doing an excellent job. I think he's okay, yeah. White doesn't have any threats at the moment, and black has established that strong d-pawn. That looks strong. Yeah, and he has more time on the clock. Very strong. How is white defending? D1 queen. I don't see it. And he has to win that game, yeah? He has to win that game. Okay, so promotion. And where is white's compensation? Maybe with rook f8, something like that. But I don't really see the big point of that. Yeah, black is just a piece up. So is Andrein getting eliminated? Maybe he is. He has to win that with white, and he's just a piece down. Queen f6, yeah, but there's no threat. This is not threatening anything. h5, h6 is a threat, but queen e7 was the defense. Yeah, what now? I think white needs some serious help here. Yeah, this is also not that brilliant. Black has rook, bishop, and knight against the queen. Yeah, the ratings displayed here are the ones of the ICC Blitz, the Blitz rating, that is. And this is also not related in any way to the 5-minute pool or other pools. It's just a different rating. And they're usually very high. So if you are above 3,000, you're pretty good there. I never play that time control, so I cannot compare really. Yeah, white is just lost here, but he tries his best to steering trouble with the queen. Yeah, that's the problem. Draw. Just a draw. Yeah, and that's not enough for Andrein. I think it's really a two-game match. Let's have a look here. The Presniak, if we go back, with white against A plus K. Yeah, that is the other match. Grischuk won the first game. They had this kind of the friendly game, let's say. And yeah, now we get to see the real return match. Yeah, where Grischuk has white. So let's see. Yeah, he's got we've got equal material here. White has a strong D pawn, but black has a strong A pawn. I think black player needing to win this game needs to is probably okay with this kind of situation. It's a very sharp, uneven position. Yeah, I think white might be better, but it's complicated. So let's see. H5. And h6. Yeah. To be honest, I think white is okay here. Yeah, he will win the exchange there on f8. And if he really doesn't find any better move, he can take on a4. Yeah, rook takes f4. That's the simple solution. But he's not doing that. Rook takes f4 would have just been better for white without any problems. But it's probably not the best move objectively. Grischuk is playing a bit more, yeah, ambitiously, let's say. Yeah, he's an exchange up and he will win c5. So yeah, he is probably winning there. But the a-pawn is still a bit tricky. However, black has to win. That's it's best of 4. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was really very late to this broadcast, so it's still not decided in the Andrein game. A match, I think. Match. It's not a game. the match. Yeah, here Grischuk is trying to win, but yeah, the sad thing is black is 6 seconds up, and this is non-increment chess, so might even that black wins. Yeah, he's got some kind of fortress. The Presniak is Alexander Grischuk, so well-known player. So yeah, this now looks really like a draw. The position itself is a draw. A plus K offers a draw, and now they will agree to a draw. Yeah, they offered back and forth, but somehow didn't manage to take it. Yeah, now they now they agreed to a draw. Yeah, that certainly makes lots of sense. I'm not sure. We have a pairings tree on the chessclub.com site. There's a question. What rating do the likes of Grischuk have on the 5-minute pool? About 2,700. 2,750, something like that. Very, very high. Yep, going to check something. Pairings tree. Okay, back in the chat now. So let's see. What is Andrein doing here? He's black, and wow, that's cool. He's going for a line with black, which is a complete draw. Queen e4 now is a draw, or queen e3. That's weird. Why would he just accept a draw with black? That's a very weird strategy. I mean, he is down, right? He's down points. Very weird. No, Magnus Carlsen is not playing. Yeah, so he's trying to play with black here, but it's difficult. White has a very nice position now. I think black objectively had to draw this, but he couldn't. Okay, this is now okay, I think. Black now has the bishop pair, and that might be okay. Yeah, there's nothing in particular that white can do here. Knight f5 now is an idea. But first of all, the bishop is hanging. Yeah, I think he can be very satisfied. White is just trying to, trying to get to a draw by doing nothing. And this strategy is quite often failing. Yeah, black will activate his king to f7, and probably we will have rooks traded. There is really not much else that black can do. Bishop e7 and trading rooks. Not much else. f5 is a good idea if you can get it in. He might do that. Bishop e7 and f5, opening up the position and basically forcing white to take with the g-pawn. Yeah, black has a quite nice position here. Yeah, f5 now. I think at some point he's not going for that, so maybe I'm not understanding the position. Yeah, that is the alternative way that I mentioned earlier, just getting rooks traded. But okay, now f5, there's knight d6. White is actually threatening bishop g3 to b8, or bishop g3 and knight d6 check, initiating trades. He has to prevent that. Difficult to break down this position. White really played in a quite unambitious fashion, but okay, he just needs a draw and he might get it. Bishop e5, and that's it. Very difficult now. g6. Yeah, got lots of trades in. Hard to believe black winning this, but he can try. Yeah, a7 is hanging, and now, yeah, you always have this counterplay against c5. White also has the move a5. Yeah, he didn't do that. Interesting. I would have expected a5, but he never does that. Probably bishop takes e4. Yeah, okay, and then ba5. Black is getting the h-pawn up the board. Yeah, Andrein is in trouble here, and it's surprising. He's an excellent blitz player, and certainly the very clear favorite against here Larino Nto, the white guy here in this game. He's defending very tenaciously. Bishop c7 check. It's a simple threat. He will see that. Yeah, and now b5 maybe. Black going up. Yeah, David. I don't know this guy. I know the name. David Larino Nto. Yeah. Okay, so black got in b5 and white took twice, and now b3 is an additional weakness. So what is happening here? Is black getting this pawn? I think he is, right? He's getting a pawn. So maybe this pressing water out of stone was successful at the end. C-pawn and H-pawn. Yeah, Andrein is maybe winning this. But, okay, but he will keep the H-pawn and will win this technically. Yeah. Now, just a bishop trade is winning. He has the right colored bishop to f4 and wins. So nice. He came back from that. Yeah, very, very nice job. And that means he's tying this match, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, white resigns. Let's make sure that I'm really on this here. See the history. So we have plus minus equals. So the match is tied before the last game. Let's have a look at the Grischuk game again. And here, what's the standing? Let's see if I've got the standing right. That the Grischuk is leading by 1 point here. And he's got black here, but okay, he's 2 pawns down and time down. But those pawns are very dangerous. I'm betting on black now. Maybe not. Nah, okay, it's good for white. White is winning. Position is winning, but what about the time? White is a little bit up on the clock and pushing pawns now. I think he will manage. Yeah, king up all the way to f7. That you can pre-move rather easily. Or king e5. Yeah. Those top guys, they are very strong, but they still have to win against those strong IMs or GMs. Okay, is this a win? Yeah, he will win on time at least, but also on position. White also has a winning position. Okay, so equals. Yeah, this match is also equal after 3 games. Cool. So we can stay with that one or go to Andrein if no one is no one is objecting. I'm going to stay with Grischuk here. Let's see. Yeah, if you have any questions, just go to the Twitch chat and yeah, get your questions out in the open. So those 2 matches are tied, and I don't want to screw up my window configuration too much by checking the other match standings. So I'm going for this one again. So this is a decider here. Yeah, the one who wins this game is going to be placed into the semifinal, and that's actually a nice position for white with queen b3. Yeah, a plus case move order here was imprecise. White now is better. After c5, he has to take now on b3, a takes b3, and then b4, b5. That is nice for white. Yeah, b4, b5. Yeah, I think Grischuk is the heavy favorite here to win this. Yeah, bishop c7 is actually a move. Yeah, I know that a little bit. Bishop e2, I think, or h3 is right. h3 threatening g4, and you get a place for your bishop on h2. Okay, he's going for b5 immediately. Yeah, that's, of course, that's even stronger. If you can get b5 in, you should do that. The big issue is, after this, white is just much better, as we see. And black cannot allow taking on a6. Now knight d6 is good for white. What a great bishop on d6, yeah. Fantastic piece. And black has no activity whatsoever. Knight d8, yeah, he tries to kick this out, but white almost has a strategically winning position. So if Grischuk would have that in a tournament game with full time, I think he would win this nicely. In Blitz, all kinds of crazy things might happen, but white is a lot better. He has b4, b5 as an idea, opening up the a file, going for rook a7, or e4. That's also an additional option that gets black into some trouble. Yeah, here he comes, e4. You can combine the plans, and this is often a problem. If you have got just one plan, yeah, then often the opponent can defend. But if you have got 2 or 3 plans, tricky. Yeah, even d5 is possible. I think just pushing forward. I might be concerned about then takes and knight f6. So he brings up the king first. Why not? White might even go king to c4 and then d5. Yeah, you can easily do that if you want. Still d5. Or prepare things. You still also have the b5 idea. It's still in the game, in the position. Yeah, it's an important game. Grischuk is certainly taking care here. If he wins that, he's got the match in the bag. Oh, why not d5 now? What's wrong with d5? Some problem with the c5 pawn there? Interesting. So he takes. And knight d5. Very nice, yeah. Tactic, yeah. Winning an exchange. This is just winning the exchange. Rook c8, knight e7 check. Oops. Yeah, so the exchange is lost. Okay, black goes within goes for the loss of a piece instead. Yeah, debatable. What's the better defensive try? Black's not even having f5 because the rook on the 6th rank is blocking this. Yeah, so that's a winning position. By the way, I don't use any computer assistance here. I'm just yeah, do the commentary with my own head. So it might be that I'm blundering stuff and stuff. Yeah? Yeah, black is continuing. Yeah, you always have some chances due to the clock. This is, as I said, quite often non-increment, and you never know. Yeah, rook c3 blunders a piece. Yeah, those kind of things that sometimes happen. How is he winning actually now? Check. Well, black has a couple of annoying checks here. It's a bit strange. I don't see a clear way to win. Yeah, he had to give that up. So, this is getting very interesting again. Black is getting the h2 pawn, so this is not clear at all. Wow. Yeah, never give up. Never give up. Especially not in internet blitz with no increment. Okay, but that could have happened in any kind of blitz type time control. Yeah, and draw. Great stuff here by the black player, by Moscalenko. He got that to a drawing position. Cool. Really cool. Good stuff. Okay, it still will continue. Rook and knight against rook is crazy. You can try to win it. And what is that? Grischuk is a couple of seconds down, but not a lot, so he might try. So that's wrong. He will try, but he might succeed. This is what I was trying to say. It's possible. Now we got Grischuk is ahead on the clock now. Okay, now we can also try to win on time, and this is not an incorrect time win. Yeah, if he wins that on time, it's a position that you can play for a win. And okay, he blundered the rook. It is very difficult with no time. You can easily blunder stuff. So Grischuk is pulling through. Close call. Okay, I'm going to see if we have the end of the other game. Probably not. No, the other games have finished. I'm not quite sure with what results actually. So let me see. Let me see. Let's see what. Ah yeah, so the match of Andrein is on 2-2. Yeah, equal, tied match, 2 both. So we will have this continue it just in a moment, I guess. This match will continue, and well, Grischuk has qualified for the semifinals. Tough match, very tough match. His opponent offered great resistance. Yeah, I'm waiting for this decider to start. I'm trying to check on the website. Let me see. Do we have an overview there on the website? No results yet. So Grischuk will play the winner of the match with Zip Elephant. Let's check. Grischuk will play the winner of the match, Artemiev. Wow. Artemiev and Abbasov. Wow. Okay. So here we have the decider. Yeah. Here we have it. Andrein is black here against David. I cannot really. David Larino Nto. Those complicated names. Yeah, so this is a tiebreaker. I'm not completely sure. This is no Armageddon game, so they'll probably play 2 games if I'm not mistaken. I don't have the rule set here. Let me check. Yeah. Okay, they will play sets of 2 games. If we have if this ends in 1-1, this set of 2 games, there will be a decider. Oh, wow. Rook f6 d4, it's a cool sequence. So what happens here? White actually got a nice position out of that with 2 pieces versus a rook. So great job here by the Spanish player. He should be in good shape, but black's rook here is very active. Let's see. e6 is hanging, and this is something that black has to cover. He cannot give the pawn up. I don't see how, actually. Yeah, and knight to e3. Yeah, very, very nice job here by... Wow, what is Andrein doing here? This is not looking good. That's not looking good at all. But he still has 2 pawns for that piece, so it's not a completely easy thing. What? Why not queen takes c4 now? What am I overlooking here? He can just take the knight, right? Why is he not taking the knight? He can take the knight on c4. Don't tell me I'm overlooking something super stupid here. Why is he not playing? I don't get it. Rook d7. Oh. Yeah, I really need a coffee. I really need a coffee here. So, a good win here for the Spanish player. Great stuff. He played that great, yeah. Rook d1 is a very strong move and a very quick move. Yeah, very quickly played. There's no defense. Queen c4, rook d7, g5, queen h5, and queen g6 or queen f7 will win. Nice job. What can you do? So, next game. Andrein has to win this. Yeah, again, a must-win situation. And he's going for one of his offbeat queen pawn games. That's the only match, by the way, that's going into overtime, if I'm not mistaken. I think it is. Yep. So, a pretty slowish opening, non-theoretical opening, and maybe we get a similar type of position that we earlier saw in the Grischuk game. Queen b3 is actually a move that can be played here in this position. Here, for example, queen b3 was an idea. Okay, but he's going for space gains, but black has e5. I think he will probably play e5 in the near future. Yep, he went for that. So I get the odd move right. Yeah, it's difficult though. I'll probably make a couple of mistakes there. Okay, knight d2. So white is having a huge space advantage on the queen side. Yeah, bishop g3 maybe to get the g3 to get the dark squared bishop traded. Yeah, black has this bishop on c7 that looks at h2 a little bit. So it's a bit dangerous there. Yeah, now after the trade, I think white is in good shape. Yeah, and taking with the f-pawn is a nice touch. Makes this rook, yeah, active all of a sudden. So he has got an active rook and he's got a safe king. The e3 pawn is not really a weakness, cannot be attacked. Yeah, I think he has excellent chances to equalize this match again. It's not winning or anything, but white is better. Queen a5 is a good move now. Yeah, rook c8, bishop a6, for example. Yeah, that's also quite nice for white. Rook b1, bishop a6, rook b7. This kind of thing white can invade, while black doesn't. White doesn't have anything. Black doesn't have anything clear. So going to trade there and ultimately win the a7 or the c6 pawn. Yeah, very tough defense here by black. He's got c6 covered, a7 covered. How does white win? Interesting. Of course he's better, everybody sees that, but how do you win? He's trying for doubling on the 8th rank. That's a nice touch. Going for rook 1 to b8. No, okay, so we got one rook traded now. But now rook b7, and white wins a pawn, I think. Yeah, white will win a pawn here. Rook a7, you can take the a7 pawn. So finally black is caving in, and at least caving in is a bit much. At least he got, he lost the pawn. Whoa, counterplay on e3. What is this? Ah, he's really playing that very, very strong here in this match. Queen e3. Yeah, and knight c7 simply, I think. d2 is attacked, so maybe then knight c3 is also hanging. Cool. I can go queen c1 probably, or even taking. Wow. Yeah, now black is better. Yeah, this Spanish guy is doing a really great job here. Yeah, I think black is much better here and should probably win. And white has to win, so it's not like a draw is helpful in any way. Yeah, black is just playing this excellently. I don't really see anything that white can do. He's now one pawn down, and those pawns will probably do the job. Just a matter of being precise. The knight on c6 is loose, and now we're probably going to f5. Yep, very nice, very nice. Queen e1, queen f2 would be nice. Oh, knight coming to g6. Sorry, to g4. From h6 to g4. And now probably queen e1, f2, something like that. This coming, that looks strong. Yeah, and just take it. And e2 is winning next. Can take with the pawn even if you want. And f1 falls. Yeah, black is winning. Black is just winning, and he only needs a draw actually. What white can try is time, but yeah, now a4 will fall. That's pretty pointless. Yeah, black is winning easily now. Only hope is the time. He's trying, but now we got queens traded even. So now we approach territory where it gets, yeah, white resigns. So Andrein is eliminated by the Spanish player David, I cannot, Nieto, right? Larino Nto. I'm sorry about that. I'm really bad with keeping names in my head that I'm not so familiar with. So quite a big upset here. But what we were able to watch was a great performance here by Nieto. So probably very well deserved victory. Yeah, let's see what happens in the next round. I'm going to switch then between in the semifinals. And now it's about the money. Yeah, the guys in the semifinals already have some money. Yeah, they are sure of some, but it's not quite clear what it will be at the end. Getting to the final is of course far more profitable. Let's see what happens. We don't have the semifinals started yet. I'm going to watching eagerly for the on the event tab and see what games are started, but they have not started yet. They got automatically shown here. So Grischuk will play in Abasov, And the other match will be the Spanish player David Larino Nto playing Federikov, I don't know who that is. Federico Perez Ponsa. Okay, not a player I'm familiar with. So in that match, yeah, you really don't know what happens there. It seems like a very open contest. And we have, as I said, Grischuk playing white against Abbasov. Abbasov is a player from Azerbaijan, a younger player. I think he's 19 or 20 years old. 2.550 something. Good GM. And a very strong Blitz player. I've played him quite a bit in bullet chess, mostly some time ago. He was very strong even as a kid in bullet. Okay, but the semifinal is not starting yet. Any problem there? Nope. Everything's fine. Just takes a moment to get started. And yeah. So here we go. Wanted to watch the Grischuk game. It has not started yet. So let's start with the other game then. Yeah, we have I cannot, impossible. David Larino Nto with white playing Ponsa here with black player. So a completely open contest in terms of rating or anything. Okay, white has given up the bishop pair surprisingly. And now we'll maybe shoot for f4. I don't quite see the point of white's play, I have to say. I think black should be very fine with his two bishops here. Yeah, he can just keep the center now. I also could have taken, but maybe he's out for a later opening of the position, just centralizing first. It is 3-0. That's very important. It's very quick time control. Not comparable to even 5-minute chess. You really have to be quick. Yeah, very equalish looking position. The other semifinal also has started. Yeah, that looks like a relatively boring position. So I'm going to switch. Yeah, and go with that. So we have Abbasov with white, Fireland playing the Presniak. This is Grischuk. So let's see. We have wow, we have a open Sicilian here, Sveshnikov. That's quite surprising. We don't see that too much. Yeah, that's a question. How comes that this Spanish guy with 2-4 something ELO beat a 300 higher ELO? Yeah, it's Blitz chess. In Blitz, it's not that straightforward. It can happen. It really can happen. So we will see what happens in this match. Grischuk is of course the favorite, but in Blitz, you never know. You never know. So how is white continuing? Maybe with b3, the move b4, b3 looks a bit annoying if it happens. White cannot castle, yeah. The bishop on h3 is hanging, yeah. If you castle, and if you take on e6, the pawn will take. White can take on b4, but knight b4, queen a5 at the end. So he decided to grab a pawn like that. Interesting, very interesting choice. Black now has some options. He can try queen a5, is one idea, or can play queen to b6. That's also an idea, looking at f2 and b4. Does he really have enough compensation? Maybe, yeah. Maybe. Is a3 a move here? There's also like something like a3, b3, rook b8, knight moves d5, just blasting everything open. There's a question. Yeah, if I can imagine to win against Andrein in a match, not really. I have played him a bit, and he's just super strong. So I really don't think so. I have won single games against every one of those guys. Once, yeah, like once out of a ton of games. But over 4 games, nah, not really. Okay, black has great compensation. e4 is hanging. you don't want to play f3, and well, he gave one pawn back. I think queen takes d6 should be okay now. Maybe cannot. No, I thought bishop h4, but that was not on. So white is it's equal material actually. Complicated stuff. The knight on b4 is now activated on c6. Maybe he can take e5. Yeah, that didn't happen. And b2 is attacked. Yeah, white has a good structure. e4 is a bit weak. b2 is up for the taking. Difficult. I think white might be better here, but hard to tell. There's a question. My own ability to detect computer moves. People are so quick to raise cheating suspicions. There are a couple of things that you can look at when you suspect cheating in online chess. Equal move times for every move is very suspicious. Yeah, and long things over very simple recaptures, those kind of things. And sometimes it's just a matter of the way moves. I mean, some moves are very computerish, yeah, and they're not simply not played by humans. So what is this? What is this? White is a pawn up here. So a good position here for Abbasov. Let's see. A3 is under attack. Black keeps it protected though. Yeah, black might try to get the rook all the way to A1. White is a pawn up, but it's on the king side. So yeah, rook over to A1. That is the point. I'm not sure here. Okay, so he gets the A2 pawn. Yeah, black has very decent drawing chances here, at least in a normal time control game. It's very annoying to defend. Yeah, the knight is very very tricky. But white is down on time. This is not easy. Not easy. Knight coming to f4 would be nice. Attacking h5. That's probably a good plan if you can make it happen. But on the other hand, black has this counterplay against f2. We offered a draw. Okay, so the white player offered a draw, even though he was a pawn up. Okay, he probably thought with 7 seconds down. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, as a friend of mine just wrote in the chat, hate is gonna hate. Yeah, that's from that song, right, by Taylor Swift. Okay, yeah, some people are really out to complain about anything and everything and always suspecting the worst. Okay, so let's see. We have the second game in that match, and I will stay there. I think with Grischuk involved, this is just a more high-profile semi-final. So he's going for e4. It looks like a nice white position actually. Where is the bishop going? On g6. What is black doing there? Does he have such a bad connection? I mean, bishop e6, d5 was losing a piece. That's a bit strange. Yeah, this is a fairly normal looking position out of some kind of Philidor setup, yeah, but the black bishop is weird on g6. That's really not a great great piece there. Yeah, it seems that let me check Fireland here. You see, this seem to have a very bad connection. Let me check. Oh, it's a very bad connection. That's really a problem there. Okay. Yeah, I think Grischuk is quite a bit better here. He has better play in the center. Queen on d4, knight coming to d5. That's nice. c5 is a strange move. Why did he give up the d5 square? Whoa, that's the kind of move that would really take me aback here. Yeah, white is much better now. Maybe that was a mouse slip. c6 looked much more logical. Now I don't really see how he loses. Okay, now he just falls apart now. Takes and queen d6. White is just much better here. Okay, very nicely played by Grischuk. He's saying, okay, I can take e7 and d6 anytime I want, so I rather develop first. Yeah, so knight e7, queen d6 wins a pawn with no particular problems. Rook e1, yeah, he's really saying I have all the time in the world. Bishop h4, what kind of move is that? That's a bit of a weird move, just lashing out there. Grischuk is really displaying great patience. He just does not take the pawn. Yeah, he just does not take it. If he goes to g6 now, then f4 is coming. And here, still, you can take it now, probably. Queen e7, queen d6, everything's taken. Yeah, and the e6 bishop is hanging. It's a very nice position for white. Unfortunately, this game is heavily influenced by the lack of the black player. He's just lagging terribly. Yeah, he just lost seconds here there due to bad internet connection. Yeah, c5 is hanging, e6 is hanging. Will be very difficult to defend. Well, that's a good move. That's a good move. Maybe black gets f3 back. His big issue, however, will be, no matter what the position is, that he has this huge issue with his connection. He's down almost a minute, and he always loses time due to connection problems. So let's see if there are any questions. No, nothing in particular. Yeah, white should win this endgame. If not on position, then on time. Yeah, look at the time. Yeah, black is losing time with every move, so that's not going to work. White wins this quite easily now. Can get a rook on the 7th. There's nothing really difficult there. And it's not something that he will manage on time, no matter what the position is. Yeah, this will be a problem for him if he has this bad connection in the upcoming games. There's a question about my YouTube channel, if I will upload any 15-minute games or any other longer content. Will be very tricky at the moment. I simply don't have the time. So what's happening here? Wow, the a pawn, is it promoting? White will probably bring the king up. But he managed some kind of play there with the pawns. It still should be a win there. Bishop to f4, and now white is bringing up the king should be a win. 3 pawns there. It's a bit much, and it will be time. Yeah, now the connection got a little bit better for Abbasov, but still he had to resign. That position is just too bad. Just too bad. There's a question. My favorite chess-related movie. I don't really think there are many good ones. I can't remember a really good one. So, in this match, still Grischuk is leading this. If we check the history there, win and a draw. So Grischuk is leading by 1, and I think he's the heavy favorite also because of the connection issues. So let's stay here and see what happens. Yeah, they all play this offbeat openings quite surprisingly. Well, I understand that they don't play mainline theory, but it's surprising, those continuous use of sidelines. Knight to b5 is maybe an idea, just very simple. But queen b2, knight b5, knight d5. I don't know. Queen b2 looks risky, but don't know. That's downright strange. That's downright strange. I think black should be better here, right? Knight takes d5 is now a threat. No, white is just a pawn down here for basically nothing. This is the semi-final. Yes, there's a question. This is the semi-final. Grischuk, the black player here, Depressiak, is leading by 1 point. So white Abbasov here needs to somehow win this game to stay in the match. If he loses, the whole thing is down anyway. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, probably just take it. I really don't see any compensation here for white. Maybe you can play rook b5 and then knight takes d5. That might be something, but not enough. Probably not enough. Whoa, g4. That's strong medicine, yeah. But probably the only thing left there. White has development, yeah, maybe. Bishop g2. g4 was a good move. Really a good move. So maybe this is some kind of compensation. White is a pawn down, but he's got everything in play. He's got rooks connected and some pressure on the b file. I doubt that this is really enough, but probably. Bishop a6. Yep. Yeah, white has a bit, but maybe not enough. So yeah, someone recommends Bobby Fischer Against the World, the documentary, as a good movie on chess. I was not thinking about the documentary, but I did not see that one. I probably should. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it is interesting to watch documentaries. Yeah, and Fischer was an interesting person, but ultimately, I mean, yeah, he was a great chess player, but a very yeah, weird and yeah, controversial individual. And I think this documentary focuses mostly on his yeah, bad mental state, which I'm not so much interested in, to be honest. So okay, white is trying to get something here. g5, possibly g6. Yeah, that is really dangerous now. If g6 hits, knight to b4. Can even consider to take the knight and play g6. That might be interesting. Yeah, I don't know if the bishop is moving. Black is maybe just going d5. Yeah, here he goes. d5, c3 now. Knight c6, bishop d5, rook d8. Something like that. Yeah, white is doing a good job here. Rook g1, g6, h5. Yeah, good play here by white. he really managed to get something. Yeah, bishop h5 maybe, but then rook g8, yeah, is defending, it seems. Yeah, rook g8 I thought, and I didn't see how it continues. Maybe it's still the right way to play, but rook g8 seems to hold g6. Now white is even up on time, which is cool considering his connection issues. Yeah, the white player is Nijat Abbasov, yeah, from Azerbaijan, young Azerbaijan grandmaster. He got his GM title years ago at age 15 or something, but after that he didn't progress that much. At least in terms of rating. Yeah, he won an exchange here, and I think it looks strong. It looks strong for white. f4, f5 maybe. That coming, knight to d3 is however going into a fork thread on f2. Maybe still f5. Very tricky. I would totally screw that up with some tactics. But white bishop f7 to g6, that looks good. Still very messy position, and he has this wow, very bad connection. Maybe a lag will kill him, yeah, ultimately. With such a bad connection we will have problems no matter what. Okay, now he's losing some material, and the f pawn is not doing the job. Probably that was a matter of the time. Okay, so wow, h7 and white wins. Rook g6, rook g8 mate. Rook g6, rook g8 mate. That's it. And wins. Wow. What a turnaround. What a turnaround. So, wow. He equaled the score, right? So we have a deciding final game in that match. Wow. Sometimes you're just surprised what happens. So they will have a final deciding game that will settle the whole deal. Game 4 in this match. So, sorry. No, did not start yet. Just want to check quickly, how is the other match? How is the... It's also equal. So the other match is also having a deciding game. So let's jump back here, and we have a d4 bishop f4 opening again. How often do they play that? That's quite a lot. Yeah, probably c4 now, which will lead to some kind of queen's gambit. No. Surprising. One idea here is quite often that white tries to play with c3 and wait until bishop d6 is happening. Then he takes and plays f4. Kind of a nice stonewall. Yeah, that's typical play here for the London system. h3 is securing the bishop. Very often you play knight e5 though and queen f3, but he's playing it in a very solid style here. Grischuk. Queen b1 is an interesting move. Sets up some pressure against h7 in some lines, and prepares to play b4. So winning space on the queen side. Yeah, you never know if Abbasov is really thinking or if he has a lag, and probably it's a lag. It's very likely actually. Yeah, I can check his... Yeah, currently it is quite good, but it was much worse before. Yeah, f4 is an interesting way to play now, and he did. Yeah, white has some space on the king side. Maybe he can try to do something with g4 even, yeah. Queen b1 is also nicely covering e4. The capture surprises me. That is normally not so great. Gives white more options. That capture on d4. Rook a to e1 now looks fine. And then queen d1, queen f3, this kind of thing. You want the queen on the king side. I think Grischuk will get a nice attacking game here. g4, g5 is coming. Yeah, one problem here is black has no counterplay. The bishop on b7 is just looking at d5, doing nothing, and white is pushing pawns up, g5, h4, and so on. I think my money is on Grischuk here. He's got the better position and more time on the clock. And it's not even that difficult to play. Yeah. Knight will go back, and then the question is, where do you go? Queen h5, is that a move? Might be not very pointed though. Okay, black tries knight g7 to f5. Interesting. So knight h6 is something, or knight f6 maybe in some situations. White's bishop on h2 is not doing that much. That would be great if you can somehow do something with the bishop on h2. Currently is really a bad piece. Yeah, that's not so bad for black. Not so bad. Knight g7, f5 maybe. I don't see at the moment how white is coming through. But okay, white has the attack, but it's not so obvious how he's going to win. Is he going h4, h5 next? a4 is a strange move. Okay. a4 completely freezes the queen side. I didn't get that one really. But okay, let's see what happens here. There's also bishop f5 sometimes, yeah. That can be an option. Okay, h4. Knight takes h4 looks really dangerous, so he didn't go for that. Yeah, now maybe takes on h5. Yeah, knight takes h5. Yeah, white should probably do that. Smashing through. If that's not winning, bad luck. But that's the trick here. Yeah, it's completely. Yeah, he did that. Huh? He smashed on h5. If white wins, he wins the match. If he loses the match. So you have to be very precise there, or sometimes just go for it and hope it works. This looks super dangerous, but is it winning? g6 now? Is that winning? Takes, knight takes g6, probably not. But takes rook g2 might win. Maybe rook g2 does win. Yeah, he played that. I guessed one right. Yeah. Okay, knight g6. But is that winning? I think it doesn't, right? Rook g6, rook g7. It's no win. It's no win. Queen g6 maybe. Great defense here by black. The bishop on h2 is just a complete joke. And this is the problem here. I could have taken on g7 and then queen e6 as well. Which is not saying that this is bad. Just wins f5 maybe. If white gets the bishop in, f5 and bishop to e5, then he will probably have a great attack there. Bishop e5 comes, yeah, that's difficult, and he has no time. Yeah, that will be win. White will win that. So white will win that. I guess. Yeah, mate on g7. Oops, check there, but it's just a check. Ooh. King h3, have to dodge some bullets. No checkmate. Yeah, so, okay. He will win on time. Black resigns before he can lose on time. So, Grischuk went through here. So great job here. Yeah, I get some moves right, yeah, but that's not the problem. If you follow, I mean, as an IM, if you follow a great Grandmaster's game, you get like 90% of the moves right, but you don't get the 10% right, and these are the ones that that count. So it's not that every move by them is a total surprise to a strong player. It's just that they really make so little mistakes and get the really difficult decisions right. So let's see. We have Grischuk qualified. That's cool. What about the other match? How do I get that going without completely screwing everything up here? Maybe like this. So Federico Ponza has qualified. So cool. We'll have a final coming up soon, and this is Grischuk versus Ponza. Yeah, I really don't know Ponza. Maybe some of you can go to the ratings site, FIDE site, and Google Ponza. My own screen here is completely occupied by all kinds of ICC windows. I don't think I can check that myself. Maybe check his rating or his rating history. So, are there any other questions? No, not really. Yeah, they say it's a 5-minute break before the final. Yeah, that's probably also a wise thing to have. While we are at it, I can check something. He's got 2560, so pretty high rated GM. So let's check. I wanted to check one thing because I'm not completely sure here. So the 3rd and 4th place finishes. So that means here Abasov and the Spanish player that I cannot tell that name. They get $600, and in the final the loser gets $1,500 and the winner $3,500. So pretty nice payday if you manage that. But you have to see that this is not just this final here, which is nice, but also qualifying in the first place. It's a long event, it's a difficult event, and we see, well, Nakamura tried 2 times and he did not manage. So this is not just something that you say, okay, those guys, they play a couple of games and get $3,000, but they also have to qualify in the first place, which is entirely impossible if you're not a really strong Blitz player. I mean, I looked at those events, and as a normal, let's say IM or something like IM, got no chance to qualify. It's simply not possible. You need to have the run of your life, let's say, and just win a series of games. Surprisingly, game after game after game, yeah. And yeah, it's just too tough. So we're going to wait here for the final to be played. The 5-minute break is in effect. Are there any question? There's a question. How late am I? Yeah, a bit late. About 75 minutes into the broadcast, but we still have the final coming up between Alexander Grischuk and Federico Ponza. What is the exact name? Let's check here. What is his precise name? Federico Perez Ponza. Yeah, Argentinian IM. So, okay, he's also got an enormous 5-minute rating, 2650, which is really high. There's a question. Will we see the return of my CE on CE series? Yeah, this is a series that I have on my own over the board games. I wanted to do something there, but I don't have the time. Don't really have the time. I'll be away for a couple of weeks in the summer, and I worked very hard to get some content for that long weeks, some nice Blitz content coming up, but I didn't find the time to analyze my own games and make long videos there. They really take a long time to produce. I also wanted to do the viewer games, but it's difficult. I might do 1 or 2 viewer games next week. I don't know. It's very difficult. time-wise at the moment. There's a question. Where's the question? Yeah, what do I think about Wei Yi, the young Chinese grandmaster? Yeah, he just won the Chinese championships, right? This is a great effort, and he even gained a couple of more rating points. He's on 2720 something now, which is really fantastic for a 15-year-old. I think does he turn 16? Yeah, I think he's 1999. Yeah, so he will turn 16 this year, which is a fantastic level, 27 something. Very interesting, very interesting. Maybe he can already be a force at the World Cup. This would be interesting to see if he can do something there for the candidates event. Okay, I have to watch out for the final to start. Now that I'm chatting away here and don't see the final actually starting. There's the question: can I play three blindfold games at a time? I never tried. I absolutely never tried. It seems doable. I think I probably can do that, but I never tried it. I absolutely never tried it. Yeah, someone mentions that in one episode of Columbo there was a chess-themed plot. Yeah, that's true. I think it was quite ridiculous. Yeah, wasn't this the world chess champion falling for fool's mate in a simultaneous display or something? It was very strange. It was a very strange game. A pretty decent chess movie was the Lucian Defense, I think, with John Turturro. That was quite decent, but yeah, I don't know. It wasn't like a super great movie, but it was quite okay, I think. There's a question: what do I think about the recent cheating accusation at this at the European Women Individual Championships? Yeah, that is a very shameful incident, really, and I really don't understand the women who signed those letters that complained about the possible cheating of that Romanian woman grandmaster, because, well, to be perfectly honest, the only real thing that you can do is to look at the games and check was that computer chess or not. And, well, I looked at her games in the first 5 rounds when she had this run of 5 out of 5. And this was a fantastic result, really. But if you look at the games, you can clearly see that she did not cheat. I mean, it was so evident that it was not cheating that I really don't know how those women came to the conclusion that she would cheat. It was just completely wrong, this idea. It was just human chess, and her opponents blundered badly. So it was just terrible. And I think actually those people who complained there, they should be somehow punished. I don't know how exactly, but I think I mean, Natalia Shukova won that event, but she is a loser in my book, as she was the first person to sign both of those letters, and this is just a shame. So, okay, let's continue with the event at hand here. Grischuk has played the dragon here, yeah, coming from the accelerated dragon. A very sharp position, and White has played it with King B1, kind of a slowish build-up, but I think this is how it is played nowadays. I think they also play 4 games, yeah, it's still 4 games. So White sometimes has an idea here to play e5. e5 takes bishop g5, and Black has problems to keep his pieces together. Those kind of ideas are in play. I wonder what Grischuk is going for. Can he play? Okay, I wonder, is e5 now a move? Probably not. I think... interesting. Sometimes there is e5. I don't know if this is one of those positions. Probably not. Black has b4. Yeah, black seems to be okay. Seems to be okay. If black is not checkmated quickly in the dragon, he's quite often okay. This is one of them, one of those positions. Yeah, black has that play on the c file, while white has still ideas of g4 and attacking. Difficult though. Okay, he tried g4, but Grischuk is just keeping h5 protected. Now knight g3 and h5 is coming. Okay, I was surprised that g4 was still leading to that kind of interesting position. White seems to be a bit better here, right? Yeah, maybe. The dragon, this is an opening that I simply don't understand. So, he gave up the h5 pawn, surprisingly, and is probably angling for some kind of check on the long diagonal, but I don't see it. I don't see it. How do you check him? Rook g1. I think he really just blundered that. I mean, even rook d5, queen f4 for queen f6. I don't know about that. Yeah, queen f4. And queen f6 is on. Tja, I don't know. I don't think that Grischuk is going for a draw here. Maybe he is. Maybe he is. It's a bit of a scary position. Okay, queen d4. That looks nice. Keeps f6 protected, keeps d6 protected, and keeps the d file under control. That looks nice. The final match is 6 games. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. The problem is that there's a page, of course, with the regulation, but I have all my windows, my computer. I have 2 screens, and they're all filled with broadcast software. I simply could not check it or put it on the same page. I should have printed that before the broadcast started. Okay, so this is 6 games actually. Nice. So it's lots of chess to be played. By the way, there's no match for 3rd place, so we don't have a fight there. They both get the same prize. It's not done like in the football World Cup soccer, yeah, you know, where they have a match for 3rd place. Okay, so it's equal material, and white is trying to get something with his knight and queen going, but black has a nicely centralized queen there on d4. I think black should be okay, definitely, but it's a tricky business. Right now rook takes e6 is probably threatened. It isn't, because of rook h1. I'm sorry, that wasn't a threat. Yep. Knight f6 check. Well, Grischuk is really low on time. I only now saw that. Woo, that will be difficult for him. It's still no increment, 14 seconds. That will be difficult. But how is white actually continuing? 98 check. Maybe he has to draw there. Black is threatening a3, and this is a really quick mate, yeah. a3. They maybe he has to be content with a draw. Oh, that's the only way to continue. So good job. Not really chess-wise. I think white is struggling here, maybe even. But it's the way to do it with non-increment blitz. Yeah, black rook takes b3. Could win with rook takes b3, but difficult. He only has seconds. Grischuk is quick, but nah, he won't manage that. 2 seconds. And now black wins the piece, but he will lose on time. Oops. Yeah, okay. This is just pre-move fast, and Grischuk loses the first game. Yeah, this was a time management problem. A huge time management problem. He was down on time so much that he couldn't really make the position count. The position was good, but absolutely going to follow Grischuk now. That's easier. So it didn't really matter what was happening on the board. It was just about the clock. And it's no secret that I don't like non-increment blitz. So we have a queen pawn game again. And again, the London system. Is there really nothing else? I don't know. It's a bit okay. It's not bad to get a game going, but it's a bit boring, right? Okay, but okay, d65. That looks nice. This is almost the same thing that Grischuk had before against Abbasov, when ultimately he won. Yeah, he went queen b1 in the other game, and here is even tempo up, I guess. And queen b1. Yeah, someone is saying in the chat, Grischuk is basically Grachev. Yeah, that's true. A little bit. Grachev is another Russian GM who is playing the London system very often, especially in Blitz chess. So it's a bit like that, right? Yeah, white has a nice space advantage here. That looks like, yeah, like a great version of some kind of Slav exchange. Yeah, the c file is open, and white has more space. With b5, he gets knight c6 in. That's a fantastic position for white. I think white he's winning, right? White is just winning here. Yeah, white just wins. He has to take the pawn, and now white wins. Even simply bishop b5 is winning, but probably he has something stronger. c7, knight d7, bishop a6, and that's it. Yeah, so the London system has claimed a quick victim. Yeah, white has a winning position. So let's see how Grischuk does this. Yeah, how his technical job is here. Let's see. You don't have to take quickly on a6. The knight should be improved maybe on d2. Difficult. Knight b3. That's a good idea. Knight a3 b5. That's a great idea, actually. Yep, very good technical play. Yeah, that's it. It's simply gone. Black could easily resign here. Nothing. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, there's a movie coming up with Tobey Maguire playing Bobby Fischer. Yeah, that's true. This what's this? What's the name of the movie? I forgot the name. Pawn Sacrifice. Yeah, Pawn Sacrifice is the name. Yeah, it could be interesting. The Fischer-Spassky match definitely was interesting. So let's see what we get here. Yeah, he's not taking this rook there. Yeah, that's funny. He never takes the rook. Wants to improve his other pieces first. Very nice. Yeah, now he can take b6 and then rook b8 probably. Good job by Grischuk. Yeah, very clean. I think it looked like a very clean win. You can only, yeah, not guessing, but yeah, you can never be totally sure in Blitz chess, but it looked like a very, very clean job. Can take, what is easiest here? Rook d6 probably, but okay, that does win as well, hopefully for him. How does he win now? Is that a clear win? I wasn't sure after knight h5, bishop d6, and now, yeah, okay, rook b6, rook b8, yeah, that's it, cannot prevent it. Or this one, it's the same thing. So he does equalize the score. c8 mate almost. Yeah, black resigned. So very nice, very nice. Yeah, they say someone says in the chat that the guy who's playing Spassky looks a lot like Spassky. Yeah, he does. I even think that in some they showed some stills from that movie, and I think even Tobey Maguire looks a bit like Bobby Fischer, which is kind of weird. But he does. At least it's not totally off. So we have we have a Berlin defense here, declined Berlin with d3. Let's see. Yeah, that's one of the main battlegrounds today. So we have a real main line, let's say. That's not a sideline anymore. The Berlin, it's the main line of the Ruy Lopez. d5. Okay, so Grischuk is opening up the position quickly. Gets a nice active queen, and he has the bishop pair. So that looks quite nice. White has a good solid structure and probably will angle for some kind of endgame if possible. Interesting. I remember this kind of position. This kind of position was in a GM game. Carlsen, someone says Carlsen Grischuk. Yeah, that might be true. Very complicated. Let's see there. He's probably going queen g6, yeah. And yeah, black has 4 against 3 on the king side and some attacking potential, but white has won a pawn on the queen side and attacks the c7 pawn. Yeah, I think black has a good position. I really think. Knight d3 is a threat now. He probably has to take. There's a question, why is Berlin so popular at the top level but not so often seen in below 2000s? I think the main reason why the Berlin is not so much seen on a lower level is that people have the wrong idea that it is a boring opening. It really isn't. You have this endgame, right? But this is not a bad thing to get. And I think the Berlin is an excellent choice for every kind of strength. There are some lines that are quite drawish, but they are not played that often. White players want to play for wins. So you shouldn't be worried so much about some lines that are boring because they don't get on the board so often. And if you enjoy endgames, why not go for the Berlin? It's a good thing to do. So what is this? Black still has the 2 bishops. That's true after bishop takes c6 early in the opening. Black might have f4, f5, but white has active pieces at the moment. Still, I think that black should be okay. The knight on d3 is very strong. a5 is also under a bit of pressure there. Yeah, my money is still on black, I have to say. I think black centralized pieces and knight on d3 does a good job. He should be in good shape here. I was thinking queen e6, but didn't happen. He probably, he wants to play f5, completely unfazed by everything here. Yeah, f5 is good, of course. f5 is f4, and possibly also bishop to d6, attacking the rook. Yeah, okay. Now black is better, definitely. Yeah, this endgame is much better for black. The rook on g5 is just totally misplaced. And you cannot take a5 because d4 is hanging, and you have rook b8, which is really awful. Yeah, now you can take on b2 if you want, or bishop b4 is also a good move. Now he wants to win material, winning the exchange. Maybe rook a8 and then take. No, f4, also good. It takes the bishop and the complete rook on g5. So Grischuk will win this. He's a piece up, I think. Yeah, time-wise he's okay. He will probably win that. e3 is strong, yeah. Yep. Rook g2, rook e3, and mate on h3. Over. That's it. Nice job by Grischuk. Bishop f8 wins. Rook h3, you cannot prevent it. So Grischuk is taking the lead in that match. Very nice game, I think. Looked like a very nice game. No, I only speak German and English. I can understand a bit of Dutch, but I cannot speak it. No way. So, Grischuk leading this match. It's a 6-game match. He's leading 2-1. So, and he had a very nice game here. Of course, he is the favorite in that match, but it's not as clear as it might look. By the way, those Blitz ratings here, 3,100, 3,200, they are not to be taken too seriously, because people like Grischuk, they don't play that often online. I mean, he did play much more years ago, but Gran Maestro, yeah. I like Spanish and Italian. Those languages are very beautiful, but I have no idea about them. So, Black is playing with a G6 based setup. That's probably maybe due to the fact that he is 1 point down and wants to stir up some trouble. Benoni here. White has the bishop pair and a little bit more space in the center. Black maybe going for a b5 plan. Yeah, white is normally a little bit better here in this kind of structure, just a bit. Okay, he seems to go for bishop to h6. Yeah, a plan that I also very much like in Benoni setups. Trading the bishop off, and now maybe like take and f4 for e5. Or you can try to be ready for b5 happening, play a move like rook a b1. That's also interesting. Yeah, take c3. Also a very decent setup. After b4 you go c4. After c4 you get the d4 square. Yeah, a good positional maneuver. White is angling for b4. His next move will be b2 to b4 if he is allowed. I don't know. Yeah, now b4 is coming. That's clearly the right move. He's not doing that. Okay. Okay, this is a good alternative, but b4 wasn't bad. I'm pretty positive. Okay, so we got queens traded. That's good news. Maybe. I thought white has chances for a kingside attack. That's true. That's true. But the endgame also seems to be better for white. Can attack d6. Someone says who joined, I just joined the broadcast, who is playing. This is Grischuk playing. This is Depresniak's Grischuk. And Federikov is Federico Ponza. Strong Argentinian GM, 2560 about rating in over the board chess. Yeah, Grischuk, he's down on time, about 30 seconds, but has a nice position. He's got some pressure on d6, rook on the 7th, white should be a little bit better. Well, that's a nice position. Maybe knight to f4 or d4 coming for e6. Rook d5 is also a good move. Yeah, now e6 is a threat. e6, knight e6. Okay, he's covering the e6 square. That makes lots of sense. Black is playing well here. Yeah, I mean, Ponza is playing well, but Grischuk is just very, very strong. Yeah, knight traveled all the way to d5. And now the capture. b5 still looks a bit weak. b5 is weaker than white's pawns there, a3 and c3 and b2. So it should still be slightly better for white, but I don't know. Like rook d6 maybe, and trying to invade. King e3, bishop e4, bishop c6, something like that. Yeah, it seems they are content with the draw here. Federikov has more time, but I don't see black trying to play for a win, and maybe Grischuk has no way forward. He's leading the match, so he doesn't need to do anything fancy here. Yeah, Black is trying a bit, maybe because of the time situation. But I think position-wise, this is a risky decision. The knight on b4 is really a tricky piece. Now it joins the action. Yeah, I really thought on b4 it is kind of misplaced. Yeah, black is trying mostly because of the time situation. Position-wise, white is now much better. He won the b5 pawn. And if he gets the knight, yeah, cannot get the knight to f5. This is not really happening. But c4 is also weak. Maybe he just wins this pawn again. Not again, as well. Sorry. Yeah, Grischuk is winning. But this is non-increment chess. Anything can happen. And he's down a bit. But he's quick. Grischuk is really a quick player. So it might be that he manages that. He's 2 pawns up. Yeah, now the b pawn will probably start to run. Nope, he's going for f7. It's also a good idea, just quicker. Oh, he blundered this pawn. Whoa. Is it a draw there? No, not even a draw. Yeah, that's the problem. Now we've got equal material, and anything can happen, really. Yeah, he blunders the rook. Yeah, 3-0 chess for you. At the end, it will very often be decided in some crazy time scramble. Yeah, white was totally winning, of course, but he couldn't do it time-wise. Okay. Next game. We have, this is two, let me check. I really have a bad memory here. 4 games, yeah? 4 games, and it's an equal score. Really nice. So 2 games will decide the whole thing. Let's see. Grischuk black first. Do we have, yep, another Berlin probably. It was interesting. Grischuk played an early a6, really provoking the capture. Well, maybe he won't capture now. Okay, he will. So we probably get almost the same kind of position. d5 was played quickly by Grischuk last time, but not this time. Now e5 is hanging, so not a great idea. d5 is not possible. Maybe, yeah, that looks much better for white. Yeah, he has gotten rid of the bishop pair and can maybe do something with a slightly better structure. Yeah, the best player really in these kind of positions is the world champion Magnus Carlsen. He plays those kind of positions, yeah, phenomenally well. I always think when I saw his games, when I see his games in this line with this d3. Berlin, okay, white has got nothing. He's got nothing. He will never win the game, and at the end he will win it, yeah. Very nice. Okay, so Grischuk is rerouting the knight to c6. Very nice maneuver, where he has knight d4 and knight b4. Both interesting, and he's got f5 going. That looks like a good position here. That's a good position. He can take on e4 now, rook f8 for example, or rook f8 immediately, yeah. Now black threatens fe4, de4, rook f3. Oh, wow, he allows that. Okay, I would take on f3 now. No, just take there. Or h3. Yeah, rook f3 also was strong. h3 was a pawn. Rook f3 was also great. Then bishop h3. Yeah, now knight d4. Yeah, Grischuk has a winning position now. I think considering that last game he was also winning, but just screwed up the time. I think that's probably a deserved outcome if he wins that game. Yeah, now he can pile up on the f file. Yeah, rook f4, rook f8. Yeah, this kind of thing. No play for white. He's a pawn down for nothing. Okay, if you go rook f8, you give away the a4 pawn. Not clear that this is a great idea. Yeah, you can even. I cannot take f2, but it's close. Tja. White should probably take a4, just because there's the other things are also bad. But it's not. Yeah, now he can take f2. I was just about to say. Now it's threatening because f7 was covered. Now the rook is covered on f7. E3 is hanging with check. c4 is under attack. That looks very good for black, but still has to be won. It's also 5. It's a pawn. Yeah. How much time have you spent in your life counting pawns? Lots of time. Okay, knight f3 check looks very dangerous, but is it dangerous really? Check there. Okay, well, he can take on g1 for knight e1, but that doesn't look like the best possible move. There should be a win somewhere. Yeah, okay, queen d1, knight h2 is winning. And here, wow, queen e1, checkmate. So, Grischuk leads 3-2. Very nice, yeah, very nice game. That looked like a pretty solid performance, which means he leads this match 3-2. Fedorikov has to win the final game with black. So we will see how he's going to tackle the London system, probably trying to win. It's difficult, but still in Blitz chess, it is not about the opening really. So you can bet on that. Yep, d4, bishop f4. And now, how is he trying to win this? Yeah, interesting. Grischuk is not really playing true London style. Bishop h6, that looks quite okay. White should be good here. Yeah, we often say in Blitz anything can happen, but if Grischuk wins the whole event, we have to see that from the overall players who participated in the qualifiers and everything, he is the second highest rated player, yeah? So at the end, very often the big guys, they win those things simply because they are strong. Yeah, bishop takes and e5 is good. Yeah, white is a bit better here. Oh, he took there. That's a strange decision. I mean, strange in terms of black has to win. I'm a bit surprised that he allowed the queen trade. Not that trading queens is drawish per se, but here white even seems to be a bit better. So, yeah, white has more space. He definitely has a slight advantage. Yeah, rook e1, kick the knight out, something like that looks very normal. Probably he has something better even. Yeah, okay, he went for my move, let's say. I takes with the pawn. Yeah, because g2 hangs, so sorry. Yeah, but that's nice, yeah. Now the knight on h6 is really f4, not possible. But white is much better here. The c6 pawn is weak, the c5 square is weak, and the knight on h6 is terribly placed. At the moment, whoa, black is playing without the knight on h6. That's nice. Okay, he can try to get it back into the game, and knight d8 and so on, but white has a nice position. Yeah, like rook c2, king d2 and so on. Yeah, king d2, king e3, rook c1 is better for white. c5 is coming. Okay, so he had to avoid that for the moment, but he can even trade on d5 now if he wants. Nope. Yeah, white puts the knight on d4 soonish, and then it will be difficult for black. g5 is a good try, but white is better. White is better here, right? With what move exactly? Rook c1 maybe. Rook c1, something like that. h4. Yeah, he's forcing a decision here. Yeah? Takes, knight takes, threatens knight takes e6. Yeah, okay, that's a good move. h4 is a good move. Looks strong. Rook h1 maybe. Okay, now it takes. Interesting. Interesting. G5, knight f4 probably. Yeah, white has strong h and g pawn. But at least it's kind of complicated, this position. I mean, black has to win it somehow. And it feels a bit complicated, at least. Not good for black, but it's not totally drawn or anything. Where do you go? To d2, Everything else is completely useless. But the knight doesn't have many squares. And the h and g pawn. Knight d3 here. Knight d3 looks quite strong. Attacking e5 with check and d2 is hanging. Knight e5 check, knight c6. Or can just take taking on d2 is not necessary, but he does it anyway. It's certainly okay actually. Yeah, well, what's black supposed to do? If you play rook d4, the pawns just promote. Rook d4, h5, h6, and so on. Now, that is over. Grischuk wins this match. Don't see black avoiding the draw now. Yeah. Okay, now I figured out that he wins the king and pawn endgame. No, it's a draw. Okay, I take that back. That is a draw, a complete draw. Those two connected passes of both sides totally cancel each other out, so it's a draw. So very professional job here. At the end, a draw equaled a win. So Grischuk did a good job here. Congrats to Grandmaster Alexander Grischuk from Russia. He's currently something like world number 5 or something. Yeah, something about that. So we've got one of the best players in the world competing here in the ICC Open, and he won it. Yeah, taking over as the title holder of that event from Nakamura. Nakamura won that last year, and I think also before. That has been played a couple of years, this event. Yeah, so congrats to Russia there for winning that. For Grischuk, was a good job. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the broadcast of this event. I think it was fun to do the commentary on the live action of those games. 3-0 chess without increments, always spectacular. Some spectacular time scrambles going on. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm off for tonight, and yeah, well, tomorrow is my usual weekly show, just a little bit later, exactly at the time that we have now. Exactly, I'm starting on Monday, 3rd of June. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Bye bye.